Love it too. Nakalina ke Tatsi guys, but I'm in Motshwanedi. Go sa ge ma go mole go phela matla go phatsimane masepa yone go le kgela ge Moses Kotane. What's that? 5 things that I wish I learned before I got married is 1. Move out of your family house. I think that's the most important one. Move out of your family house because there will be too much conflict between you, your wife, and your mother and your father on how to how to raise a child if you guys have a child. Different opinions and different views on how to behave, on how to carry yourself, how to move, how to walk, so moving out after you guys get married, it's a way to avoid conflict. It's a way to avoid stepping on each other's toes. Because it's 2 different personalities, 2 women in one household. There's only it's a ticking bomb. It's a ticking bomb for conflict, for ego to develop, for attitude to develop, and for misunderstanding at some point, because omongwe say omongwe nka in a certain way, otlo say omongwe nka in a certain way. So move out of your family house after you get married. 2, your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid in a way where don't try to justify maybe your actions. How is it it's a motto wrong. For example, if my wife comes to me so I shouldn't justify my actions on it. I should actually allow her speak her mind, speak her feelings, and make sure that I value her feelings, and whatever she said I take into consideration, because Lena okay feelings so she must also take my feelings into consideration. So your feelings are valid in a marriage. Don't bottle things up, don't hold grudges, don't keep scores in a marriage, because keeping scores is just another recipe for disaster. It will create a lot of conflict, it will create a lot of disconnect between you and your partner. It will create a lot of things during at the end of the day. You wonder how you guys got to a certain point where you guys no longer value each other's feelings or value each other as partners. Then 3, sex is important. One thing I learned is that, and I noticed within the marriage, is that before you guys get married, within the timeline of boyfriend and girlfriend, you guys have too much sex every day. But as soon as you get married, the sex start to decrease. Motho sa go bala, al sex a sa go bala ka di lingerie, di G-string, what sa go bala ka an ANC t-shirt. And that's why infidelity, it's one of the contributing factors to divorce and everything, because now as soon as you guys get married, your sex lifestyle starts to decrease because of either 1, a person is tired, 2, you're not in the mood, 3, that day of the month, 4, like all sorts of things that can lead to a couple not having sex. But the more sex you guys have, the better the marriage will. And not saying that if you guys have sex, you won't have lust outside, and you won't crave other people outside, and you won't want to commit infidelities outside. But I'm just saying, sex, it's important in a relationship. 4, have an open communication between you and your partner. I remember in my previous episode I spoke about listening to react rather than listening to respond. So one of me included, I used to even now I think I still do it, but I'm learning to down it a bit. I'm learning how to listen more and listen carefully and wait until my wife finish speaking instead of jumping on top of whatever she's saying and trying to counterattack um her point or whatever, whether we're having a discussion or a disagreement or an argument. I'm listening now to listen to respond rather to listen to react. And I know it's difficult because you're on this one of having an open communication. It create a problem because now o tlo tla ba re but ha wa nkutlwa ha o mmamele wena ntho o batleng etsang ko reply ntho o batleng etsang ko re o attack we attack each other in a conversation. But sometimes you just need to take a step back and just listen, then have an open communication about everything and everything. Live what communicate about everything and in a positive way. 5, have your me times as much as possible. Having a me time, it's important in a marriage because by the time you go back to your partner and your kid, you are now in a space where you can juggle everything. You can give them your fullest attention because you had all the time to relax by yourself without any distractions and everything. So my me time, I go to the gym. So my me time is the gym. I know ke feel otherwise, but as soon as I get to the gym, I release all that tension, then I come back home as a fresh person, fresher than I was before going to the gym, fresher in a way where I can give my wife and my kid and my child and all the attention and everything that they need. So me being fresh will contribute to them being fresh in a way where there won't be any fights, there won't be any disagreements, there won't be anything or I'm able to pick them up and we become a family. We bond in a way where like no other, because now I'm fresh and I'm bringing the fresh energy to them. Same as my wife. She has her me time wherever she does whatever she does. She comes back a fresh person. We are able to complement each other, and we are able to hold this family together. Me times are so important because you don't want to find yourself drained in a family structure, in a marriage, to a point where because you are drained, you don't get me times, you're exhausted from work, from whatever, then come back home, same thing, get more exhausted, more frustrated and everything. So me times are so much important. Nakalina ke Tatsi da experiment sa motswana se tlogolo sa rema go mo le go phela matlhabe phatsimane wa sepa yona o le gaeng la Moses Kotalo Start. Ke gakile